Toyelle Wilson. Coach, if you could introduce your student athletes that are with you, and then we'll start with an opening statement from Coach, and then open it up for questions.
To my far right, you guys left Toyelle Williams Jr. and freshman Larissa Scott. Coming into the game, we knew Alabama State was going to be physical, aggressive, a really good inside game. So we really stressed the same game plan we had a week ago or 2 weeks ago when we played them. We were going to make it really difficult for them to work the ball inside, keep them inside, out from the ball from inside, and try to have them working only on the outside of the court. We want to play aggressive, and offensively we want to look at the mismatches and look to score, establish one person scoring, and have everybody else play their role and speed the game up.
We'll open it up for questions. If you could, please ask the student athletes questions first before Coach.
Natia, when you came to the basketball game, what was one of your main focuses as you approached this game today?
One of my main focuses were to stay positive, keep the team up. Even though I was having trouble during the first half on my shooting, I was like, okay, if I'm having trouble offense, I got to rebound or something. And me and Larissa, well, we be talking, and we was like, okay, Larissa, we got to rebound. And we was focused on defense, and if we focus on defense, our offense will come. So that's what happened in the second half.
Will I be correct to say that the rest of the team feed off of your energy?
Yeah, I'd say that. But our team has a lot of energy, so we feed off each other's energy.
Yeah, but I know whenever you get that ball, they get your idea. They ain't for the rock, for the rack. And you play a good game.
Thank you.
Larissa, you were all over the place today. 13 rebounds, 11 points. You got to feel good about that.
Yes, I did feel really great. And also, I couldn't do it without my team. If they wouldn't feed me the ball, then I wouldn't have no offensive game, nor have help from Puff for the rebounding game.
Coach, what'd you tell your team at the half?
If we weren't scoring, they weren't scoring either. We were shooting poorly, I think 23%. They were shooting 28%. And as bad as we played, all of our shooters were off. They only had 17 points. So I told the girls, it's about us. It wasn't about them. The one stat that showed was we had 8 turnovers and they had 10 points off our turnovers. So the score should have been 20-7 at halftime. But since they scored 10 points off of our turnovers, it was about us. It wasn't about Alabama State. I told the girls that the shots were going to fall. We had to continue to run offense. We couldn't shoot 20% the whole game. So I think the girls knew that we were okay. We just had to actually execute the offense, finish the offense. We were running plays. We just weren't executing. We wanted to limit 45. We knew number 30 was she had gotten hurt, so we wanted to go at her as far as involve her in a lot of plays to get her moving around in the offense, in our offense. And we knew there was a lot of mismatches, so I was rolling with the guns, and we opened up, I think, Puff with 6 straight points in the beginning of the half. So I think it really wasn't about Alabama State. Credit them coming this far, and I think playing without their best player, Coach Frieda did really well, but it was all about us, and I really only focus on us because in the end we only can control ourselves. To have Larissa with 13 rebounds and Puff with 13 rebounds, that's 26 of your 45 rebounds. So that's a critical, and that's defensive rebounds. The 8 and 8, they both had 8 and 8, so 16 defensive rebounds. That's critical. I think Jaquandre Williams came off the bench and lit a fire in the first half. She kept us in the game, kept the momentum going when Kiera was off. But that's what I tell the girls. We are only 8 strong, and we need all 8 people to contribute, to show up. And we're going to need everybody. We're only as good as our weakest link.
Question, Coach. You're a second half team, right? Because I seen when you played Southern, it was easier at halftime. You should have not in the second half.
Yeah, I think.
About 20.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, we're not a really good. When we're down, we're not a really good team. When we're down, if it, we've had a couple. The one Southern game that was really an adversity game that really showed us a lot. We were down 7, I think, at halftime, and we won by 20 as a 27-point swing. But that I think that showed us a lot about ourselves because we came back from that game. the Southern game. Usually when we're down, we don't come back really well. We only have 8 people. It's hard to press 40 minutes of a basketball game, but 1 down, 2 to go. It's a short-lived victory. We got to focus on Mississippi Valley now.
Tia, you got a lot of ability from Larissa and Lorraine. Larissa 3 straight double-doubles in Lorraine. 5 assists last game and 10 points this game. How big is it for you to get that kind of help?
It's very big. It relieves some pressure off of me when my team scores or they help in any kind of way. And I keep telling them that I need them. And when we need each other, like Coach said, we only have 8 players and we got to push. Everybody has to come ready.
It's evident that you spend a lot of time in the weight room. How does that?
She doesn't lift at all. It's all natural.
I do a lot of swimming. Just kidding.
How's it against you being on the basketball court?
It's not. It helps me out a lot. Like when we was at home, after either home game, I used to lift after the game.
Yeah, we do. We actually do a lot of lifting during the week. Everyone does. We always tell the girls 1 day without lifting makes 1 week, and so we take that seriously off season, preseason. But I think it helps you, though. Speaking for Puff, it helps you taking hits, going to the basket, getting rebounds, taking that hit when you're going to the basket. And ones, the little things are big. Even though you can't tell everybody lifts on our team.
Since you joined the Panthers, they've had a lot of success in the SWAC tournament. What is the process you joined the team when playing in the SWAC tournament?
I'm sorry?
Okay. Since you joined the Lady Panthers, they've had a lot of success in the SWAC tournament. What is the approach during the SWAC tournament under the leadership?
I want to win it all. That's my mentality. I don't accept. We always say no excuses, just results. We take everything game by game. I did tell them in the locker room that this was the only game on our schedule. After this, you got to earn every game on your schedule after this. So they understand there's an urgency. I understand the urgency, and I try and display that and have them understand that too, that you can't save anything. 3 things I told them today is you got to sacrifice everything, leave 100% on the floor, and don't leave anything on the floor, and give 100%. Today, those are our 3 keys. It was nothing about Alabama State. It was nothing about anybody else. Focusing on this game, those 3 things. And when I told them when they come off the floor, I want them crawling on the floor, their arm hurting, their feet burning, because I want them to leave everything on the floor.
So, if I was giving out the Hustle Award, I'd give you, but you also want both of that for this thing. Yeah, you did a good job today.
Thank you.
Any final questions?